welcome, everyone. Ali's been hanging around for the last half hour. I'm not 100% sure. He was like, maybe I'll get in there early to see if I want to do the show. I'm not sure if he knew what he was getting himself into. We were yelling about Trump and Trudeau and all sorts of stuff. But really, we're here as a conduit for information. Awesome. He is the CEO and president of Light Clinics, Lyte Clinics, Ali Mohammed. And he is the head of sales for Strainprint. Noah Kauffman. Welcome, boys.
Hey, thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Noah. What's going on, man?
Oh,
Strainprinting?
Yeah, we're just... The app is 2 years old. Like yesterday.
How is that possible?
It's almost out of diapers.
Yeah. Terrible, too.
It's funny. It's almost out of diapers, and we're going back into diapers. Never ends.
Things are great. I mean, look, we're growing and getting to help great companies like Light Resources, help Ali help more people.
Let's talk about Light Resources, Ali. I mean, this is a brave new world of cannabis and medical marijuana and such. Tell us about what your business is, and then maybe you and Noah can figure out, or tell us how we can figure out what's the connection.
Yeah, for Strainprint. For sure. So we are a virtual clinic, a virtual cannabis clinic. So we have no bricks and mortars. Our whole platform is based around a patient being able to download the app, do the registration forms, and see the doctor all from your phone. It's quick, easy, convenient. So it leverages a lot of technology to be able to do this. We have got about 6 doctors on staff, about a team of 13, and we're constantly helping every day. We've got about 3,500 patients in our system, and it's just easy. Makes registering for medical cannabis easy. We've got 22 providers as well.
Okay, let me just walk through this. You're saying if I download the Light app, yep. Lyte, and I become a member somehow, I can get a doctor to talk to me on my phone, get me a medical marijuana prescription if he thinks I need one, which obviously I do, like so bad.
We can help.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So and everything is through OHIP. So we're regulated by OHIP. So we're covered by OHIP, and the platform we use is called Ontario Telemedicine Network. So when you're seen by a doctor, it's an Ontario doctor. You're fully covered under OHIP. There's no charge, completely free.
Freddie, are you hearing this?
Yes, I'm hearing this. And how does that work? So you say you employ 6 doctors.
Yeah.
You mean exclusively for you, or do they have practices and they're available to you?
Yeah, so they have their regular practices. Most of them are GPs. Some of them are specialists, like urologists. But on their spare time, when they get a few hours at home, when they want to sit in front of a computer, we accommodate.
Now, Noah, back in the old days of the marijuana revolution, like a couple of years ago, I guess 3 years ago now, I walked into a place in Kensington Market, and it was a dispensary. Before they would sell me marijuana, I had to go into a room where there was a curtain and a computer, and a guy in BC, a doctor, talked to me for all of 40 seconds. He goes, "Hey, how you doing?" I go, "My back hurts. I can't sleep. One eye is weird." He goes, "Done." And I walked from that curtain to a cash register. I had a card, and I was good to go. And now, Noah, it can all be done through Light Clinics online.
Yeah, absolutely. By doctors that care to make sure that you are getting the medicine if you need it. I mean, things have changed quite a bit over the last many years.
Yeah, for sure. Sean, just pull that mic a little closer.
Sorry.
When you did that, you had to pay for the consultation, right?
No.
OHIP was involved then, too?
No. I don't think OHIP was... Well, maybe they were, Ali. Maybe you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. So there was back in the days, there was a lot of doctors that wrote scripts so that you could buy at a dispensary.
Yeah.
They felt that if the patient had a medical card, it might keep the dispensary under the radar because you were dealing with medical patients.
Okay. But answering Fred's question,
but there was no OHIP involved.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So he would have been compensated on some other level than OHIP.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't... There was no...
transaction.
Right. The only transaction was with a dispensary.
But now we've evolved to the point where that consultation is OHIP.
Yeah, well, not all clinics have it available. I think that's what's one of the things that made us very unique in the space.
I'd say.
And as well as that, we've got educators on our staff. So you're not just seeing a doctor. We've got 3 cannabis educators to make sure that you get the right strains. And with the leveraging Strainprint's technology, our educators are equipped with the best knowledge and information in the market.
So now what a good transition. Yeah. What a good transition.
I was going to say, so Strainprint our client now for at least a year, I'm thinking. You guys have been around for a while with us. And we've talked a lot about the Strainprint companion app, how it can lead to a better cannabis experience. So how does it work with you and the light clinics?
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to talk about it. So we've got it from the app. We've collected over 1 million patient interactions where they've shared what they've used, why they used it, and how well it worked, amongst other things. So that can inform Ali's doctors and educators at the click of a button. If somebody says that they're treating anxiety, click a button, boom, here's the top 5 strains that our 1 million interactions have summarized to. These are the best ones for that indication. And we can do that across multiple indications, making his staff more effective and more data-driven to help people get to that right medicine sooner. We don't have double-blind clinical studies to direct doctors to which chemovar of cannabis. You know, it's very complicated.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how we help light resources. The other area is there's a lot of time spent asking patients about their experience. We cut right through that by using the app. You grant Ali's doctors the ability to look at your sessions as a patient of his, and they can say, oh, as you've increased your dosage, you know what? Your efficacy goes down because you've crossed out of the therapeutic dose. So, I mean, there's a lot of help that we provide.
Yeah, that's something that I'm still trying to get my head around in terms of, marijuana as a medical device, because, I could say I'm using it to treat a myriad of symptoms, but I'm not saying, like, if somebody has an identifiable disease,
yes.
if they have Parkinson's, if they have migraines, if they have something where you can pinpoint this strain has been shown through Strainprint's app to grant efficacy in this particular as a modality.
Yes.
What are some of the general things that people are treating themselves with?
Honestly, pain's a big one, right?
Yeah.
People that deal with pain that are on opioids have been looking for a way to transition or get out of that constant usage of opioids. So that's a big one. Insomnia, anxiety, fibromyalgia, again, pain-driven. So those are things that, imagine a person who can't sleep.
Well,
right?
and what Noah said, there's a fine point where it goes from
usage to abuse.
Therapeutic to it's just beyond that now.
That's right.
You're just getting gooned.
There's too little and there can be too much.
Right.
You talk about insomnia, people having trouble sleeping.
Yes.
There are people that suffer with that, don't like to take pills. They don't even like to take NyQuil or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you might gain a dependency on it.
Yes.
What would the benefits be of a strain of marijuana to help you sleep that would be different than worrying about
I think it's a great question.
Dependency thing.
Isn't it the pharmacological aspect of?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Like I wouldn't see this. I wouldn't see this as something you would have to take every day if it made your life better. But then again, your dosing, your titration. If you control it to a sense where you're not depending on it, but understanding the value of it, it's a bit different.
Well, it would be like this:
Sure,
if you go to sleep every night and you have a nice cup of tea prior to bedtime, and it makes you feel sleepy or warms you up, so why not? So maybe some might want a cup of marijuana tea. It would be, but I'm serious, because I was dependent on that over-the-counter sleep medication for a long time, and I've cut it out.
That's phenomenal.
And it was probably always on your mind, I shouldn't be doing this.
Absolutely.
Right.
The rate of addiction for cannabis is so much lower than any other kind of drug that we're talking about in these cases. The other part is your issues with sleeping might be based on multiple different reasons. Yeah. It could be anxiety based, in which case some CBD to stop the recurring thoughts that are keeping you up is appropriate. If it's something else, maybe it's the right thing for you is a high THC because you're able to fall asleep but you can't stay asleep, and the high THC with certain terpene profiles will help you stay asleep.
Well, I'm going to ask, it's funny because I've had the Strainprint app now for a long time, and I've never I've put in a lot of different symptoms, trust me. But I'm going to renew this, and I'm going to check out light as well, because insomnia is really my number one issue. I've got some inflammation. I definitely have some joint pain. But I'd like to find the perfect strain, because I do a little bit of CBD, but I'm not sure of the exact strain. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's different than doing over-the-counter or opioids. Those are really bad for you.
No, but they really are. And then again,
Yeah.
with the data we're getting from Strainprint, we can really narrow it down to what might be best for you. And because we can see the usage you've had on the Strainprint app, we can definitely leverage that to understand where you're coming from and where you need to go. So it's big for us.
You know, I'm lucky. I don't have a lot of aches and pains, and I'm quite serious when I say this. When the Leafs enter the playoffs, I'm going to be. It's going to be very anxious.
Me too. Me
Right?
too. Oh my God, yes. And the Raptors.
Because
So
they have, not so much the Raptors, but you know, there might actually be something that I can do that I could relax and enjoy the game as opposed to be aggravated by it.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
And our educators will help you find the right strain using
And
the
I'm
And
quite
that doesn't
serious
have to,
about
by the way,
that.
that doesn't
I'm
have
serious
to be,
about that.
And that doesn't have to be marijuana.
No.
It could be, I'll tell you, like, my girlfriend has been on CBD oil for the last year. And it is a wonderful drug. That part of the marijuana plant is really great, and it's good for a lot of different things, including that. Like, I've been using it lately. My pen just ran out at bedtime because it has helped me sleep. I have no problem falling asleep. It's just staying asleep.
It helped with my clank as well.
It helped with his clank. So put that in your...
What
No,
is
yes.
clank?
No, no.
All right, fine.
No,
Moving on.
You had clank issues.
Really, I had-
okay?
I-
What you will too, son.
I had prostate issues in the fall. I actually had surgery, and there was some complications, and the CBD helped me through that. Like,
That's great to hear.
no, and it's
That's great to hear.
It was fantastic. You know, old guy stuff.
Yeah. Clank issues. Strainprint.ca. That's that app. And I really am fascinated by your clinics.
Awesome.
I just... So I'm going to go on your... I go to Light.
Yeah, lightclinic.com.
A doctor tells me you're good to go. Because I don't have a medical marijuana prescription.
Oh, I'd
I should
love
have
to help
one.
you through that
I
process.
gotta get one.
Please do.
The other day I was...
do.
Why do you need one now, though?
Just to get some different weed.
Can't you anyway?
Well, can I speak up for a moment here?
Yes, please, Noah.
The reason to get it, if you have legitimate medical reasons
Is to
for
travel.
No, you
Sorry.
can travel within Canada.
Canada,
You
yeah.
can't travel. Don't travel with cannabis outside of Canada, please.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do
You
that.
can travel
But
within Canada.
even-
Absolutely.
regardless,
Yeah.
it's legal. You can. It's very fun getting on a plane with your bag filled with cannabis. But if you're a legitimate medical cannabis user, it's very beneficial to sign up to get your card, to get your recommendation. There will be tax implications. Your insurance one day might cover it.
Yep.
So there's a lot of positive reasons to get it.
Yeah.
Here's a question from our Twitch TV audience. Does CBD oil show up on company drug screenings? Does anybody know the answer? I would say yes.
Oh, it does.
Yeah?
It does show up.
But if your company is screening for marijuana, would it be able to distinguish the cannabinoid from the psychotropic THC? I don't know the answer to that question.
I don't.
I don't know the answer. However, if you're using a full spectrum CBD product, there is very likely some trace amounts of THC in it. So, there are home tests to try if you're concerned about it.
Absolutely.
But again, we don't. Our guests don't have the answers. Here's another one. He says, "Cyberspace says the Leafs in the playoffs. Fred must be high." Lol. It said lol, so we lolled.
I mean, that's ridiculous. They've already made the playoffs.
Yeah, we're in.
Yeah.
We're in this year.
Keep that light on if you want there, bud. Are you turning it off because you like the?
See their faces better.
Oh, you can see their faces better with the light. Okay, we're still working.
Somebody
on some
seeing
of
my face?
We're still working out the lighting issues.
there.
Yeah, all these cameras.
What's going on?
Well, they're facing you guys.
No, they're also. This one is facing you. That's your camera right there. That's Noah.
What do I do with my hands, guys? I don't know what to do now.
Sean,
that I
show
know.
Ricky Bobby, baby.
Ricky Bobby.
Show him what you like him to do with his hands. Listen, Ali Mohammed, CEO and President, Virtual Cannabis Clinics, LYTE. And what is the site? Because somebody listening right now is going to go to that site.
Yep.
They're going to start this process. That somebody is me.
It's lightclinics.com, and from there it's easy. You register. Our team will take care of you. They'll send you all the forms you need, tell you the app to download. It's such an easy process.
It's magic, is what it is. And this
No, great
Strainprint
idea.
thing.
Thank you.
And we've
Thank you.
We've been talking about Strainprint for a long time, and like I said, I'm pretty familiar with it. But I'm gonna go in again and see if I can pinpoint the type of insomnia that I have, which is like this morning. I woke up, slept great until 3:15, and then at 3:15, I'm kind of like, well, I'm never sure if I'm gonna go back to sleep. I eventually do, but it's so much better for you than that over-the-counter stuff.
Well,
Absolutely.
yeah. Makes sense. And there's a lot of people obsessed with that. And that's where we have to get. And I guess as the population ages too, this business is just going to get bigger because of people of our age and younger. Marijuana isn't that thing over there that it was with older people. And you're just going to see more and more and more of this. And it's a great thing. I tried to get my father-in-law on it, and he dabbled with it a bit, but there was still that stigma. That it was marijuana.
One of the first things,
we'll lose that eventually.
Can we take a minute just to acknowledge what you said there? I tried to get my father-in-law on it. I got my parents on. My mom is actually calling Light, setting up an appointment because we found that CBD helps her with her Jewish mother syndrome.
Yes.
So we
have to order an extra special amount.
So here, this is something that I used to sneak out in high school and hide from them, and now I'm helping them to find its therapeutic and medicinal uses, and you're helping your in-laws. It's amazing what we've done for this stigma to use this plant that helps people. I couldn't be happier for our society because of it.
And all the industry around it is fantastic. Now that it's legal, that's another great thing about it.
Well, and that's the thing that I don't think people generally in the population, and even someone like, and I was involved in, getting marijuana prior to legalization, as we all know. But, I went to a few conventions last spring, and I came back and I told Freddie, I said, this isn't just about getting the flower legal, it's about all these other aspects. Strainprint, an app. Light, a clinic. Therapeutic use for older Canadians. Yeah. Like, honestly, it isn't. We all were sort of giggling, thinking, well, now I guess we can buy it legally. But as you just said, Noah, we spent all our lives sneaking around, and now isn't it amazing? One day soon we're going to go into a Shoppers Drug Mart. There's going to be CBD tablets next to the vitamins.
Absolutely.
That's the revolution. That's what I've been saying.
It'll be interesting, and if maybe 5 years from now, how many people are employed under this umbrella?
No, absolutely. Even
that wouldn't have been otherwise.
Yeah, the amount of jobs it's created already, it's enormous. Especially with all these car plants closing down, and there's a major lack of employment in every province. So I think it's going to supplement a lot of that.
It's like a revolution, really.
It really is
like a different form of an industrial revolution.
Imagine being there the day one they struck oil.
Yeah.
Or the computer revolution.
Yeah.
We are watching an industry come out of the ground, quite literally. Yeah. I'm sorry for the growing pun. You kind of can't get away from it in the industry, but it's amazing, and we should all feel very proud and lucky to be leading the way here in Canada.
Yep.
No, absolutely. And one of the first things I did when I started the clinic was trademark the term "end the stigma" in cannabis. I know it was.
Oh, did you really?
I did, because I believe.
What did you trademark?
End the stigma in cannabis. So we own that trademark in cannabis because we believe in it so much. We believe if you knock down the barriers of stigma, then your mother will be taking cannabis oil, your father-in-law will be taking it.
A sociopath like myself will also be taking
I've still seen older people. Another guy, when I presented this to him, they literally roll their eyes like, oh, yeah, no.
Hippie. Yeah, you hippie.
Hand me that pill because I'm not going there. Sorry.
Here, let me wash it down with the scotch.
It's sad, really.
What's that? No, you can talk.
I was going to make that joke. I was going to say vodka, though. But like
Scotch or vodka? The two Jews running for the comedy. Trying to get there first.
We should get him on Sirius XM.
Yes. Wow. Well, that's the other thing, that we, right now, even some guys our age, still think, we see all this advertising about booze, and yet, we got to be careful not to advertise marijuana. Yeah. Meanwhile, there's thousands of Canadians whose lives are ruined and or ended because of alcohol, and there have been zero deaths from marijuana use pretty much ever. A lot of people overdosed on like snacks. Yes, they ate too many snacks.
Do you think part of the problem there is some forms of marijuana you actually inhale, smoke? And do you think part of the advertising thing is like, well, we don't allow cigarette advertising.
Yeah.
And that'll probably change over time, too.
Yeah, I think
because
so.
there's so many forms beyond what you inhale that
Absolutely.
maybe those forms you'll be able to advertise.
Well, and that's the thing. I tried to roll a joint the other day. I'm just horrible at it. It's been so long. Like, I tried to smoke it. Do you smoke yours, Sean? Yeah. Can you roll a joint? Because I'm either hit or miss. Like, one time I'll do it, it'd be like, okay. But I almost never smoke it anymore. That's probably... It's like, as you say, it's like cigarettes. No one's going to be smoking joints in a restaurant.
I thought you rolled your joint in front of the computer every afternoon.
I do.
Oh, okay.
In fact, sometimes I roll it to work on the show. Just because I get so excited.
Smoking's not going to go away fully because it's important for some quick onset.
Yeah, sure.
So breakthrough pain. People can vaporize or smoke, but reduction, like inhaling any combustible, is not a positive thing.
Well, that's why that may be one stigma that's hard to get rid of.
Yeah, but at Light, we've noticed that most of our patients are between the ages of 40 and 75.
Yeah, man.
And most of them aren't taking flower. A lot of it is oils, pills,
edibles,
capsules, or making their own. Absolutely. Yeah. So we've noticed that transition in from flower to more of an easier take with pills and oils.
And that's fair enough, because a lot of people who are looking to marijuana had given up smoking years ago, like myself. And I'm not really a big fan of blowing. I know it's not good for you, but if you want a quick hit of it sometimes, it's fine. All right, guys. Noah Kauffman, he's the head of sales for Strainprint.ca, and our new buddy, Ali Mohammed from Light Clinics, Light, L-Y-T-E, clinics.com. What a great time.
Thank you.
Now, did we get enough pictures, Sean, of the three of us, of the four of us?
We'll get some headshots.
We'll get some shots. I want this on every platform. Tagging and metadata. I'm showing the things I've heard now.
Let's do some SEO on it or something.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
We have an SEO company as one of our clients.
Beautiful.
We're going to green genie the crap out of this thing. You watch us. You watch us go.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much. It's great seeing you both.
Awesome.
There
Thanks,
you
guys.
go.